What's going on, people? Anything goes. Back again with the third round of a Nuke's Creep You Out.
Oh, third round?
Yeah.
It's not like the first two.
I don't know if this
it's not
is
like the
gonna
first
be
two didn't creep us out enough.
I'm pretty sure the first two Creep You Outs had a bit, like, couple of follow-ups from, like, the second one had a couple
recap.
Oh, this happened now, like something new. So I don't know if we're gonna see some familiar faces in this.
Mexico.
Hopefully not. Probably Mexico. Probably
that stupid guy.
Eastern Europe and
that stupid guy that won't move.
And Asia. Probably.
No. What about the guy in America that won't move?
Oh, the Carmel Maine or whatever it is.
The one that's like, he looks like he lives in the middle of a suburban area on the edge, and there's like a hedge next to his house. And he was like, "Oh, we've seen this one." He's like, "No, that's what happened before. This is what's happening now."
Carmel.
And we was like, "Why is he still fucking
the
there?"
The lion in the window.
Is that who that guy is?
Yeah.
Fuck. Because that's not even the worst shit that's happened there anymore.
But can't wait to get into this one today. Nice long one, because they're never the scary ones.
Why are you fucking lying? I can't wait to see what happens this one.
Me too.
5 scary things caught on camera.
5 scary
Opening
things.
a doorway.
Not ghosts.
Tomo and Hiro from the YouTube channel Omegatoki Film claimed that a real estate agent reached out to them concerning a house that he found extremely difficult to sell. The agent says that the house once belonged to a family of 3 who mysteriously went missing in 2013.
This is the plot to The
leaving
Grudge.
behind all of their personal belongings in the house.
This is the plot to The
The
Grudge.
current owner is desperate to sell.
Can't sell the
He
house
believes that
and the
there's a
family
dark
of 3 go
presence
missing.
inside the home.
This is
and
The Grudge.
wants nothing to do with it.
I don't want
He
to watch.
absolutely refuses to go inside the home or even get close to it. And all of these strange stories about the haunted house have kept buyers away as well. Tomo and Hiro say that the real estate agent and the owner reached out to them to find an explanation for the creepy alleged haunting inside the family home. When the two go to investigate, the current owner warns them to keep the doors closed at all times.
No, because
But he doesn't explain
What, but inside?
why.
家の中のドアは、開けっぱなしにしないで必ず閉めてほしいって言われて、これ聞いた時に
This is The Grudge. This is he's making this one
なんかそういうルールが
because you have to keep the doors closed in the garage because the little as soon as you open the wardrobe door, it lets the spirit out, and she starts just killing everyone that goes in the house.
Is it a little? Why have you? Isn't this the Japanese one?
I haven't seen the American one. I've only seen the Japanese one.
That's your fault. That's a bad boy jacket though.
It's a shame that Ghost is about to
Heeding the
kill you
creepy
in it.
warning, Tomo and Hiro respect the owner's request and close each door behind them whenever they step inside a new room. The 2 investigators immediately get the sense that something about the house is just a bit off.
違和感を覚えることが1個あって、扉をさ開けたら閉じるようにっていうことを僕らきつくお願いされたんじゃないですか。にもかかわらず、押し入れだとか、引きとか半開きなの逆に。あ、でもそうか。そこも全部そうか。
Oh, all of that.
What did I say about the wardrobe?
Oh, allow the mirrors.
I can't actually.
Strangely enough, Tomo and Hiro
pussy.
discover that many of the
I'm having a
closet
panic
and cabinet
attack.
doors are half open, contradicting the strange warning that they got to leave all the doors closed at all times. They don't think much of it and just continue their investigation. But did you see it? Tomo
Oh,
and
there
Hiro
was
are
someone in
completely
between the
unaware
coats.
of what they
I
just
didn't see it.
captured on camera. But watch again.
There's someone in between all the coats in the wardrobe. I think.
What, do you see it in the mirror? Is that feet?
全部開いてるもん。
And you can see him in between the hangers.
Someone or something seems to be standing right behind the rack of clothes, as 2 bare feet can be seen underneath. But the investigators just don't notice. Soon the 2 explorers
I
begin
thought I
to hear
saw
a
a face
strange
in
ringing
between.
sound that they believe to be coming from the home's,
hang on.
quote, altar room. A room that is dedicated to Buddhist prayer and sometimes houses altars meant to honor the dead. They go to investigate, and things take a terrifying turn.
聞こえるよね。聞こえる。もう絶対聞こえてるよね。聞こえてる。
I don't want to do it.
リンっていうの。なんか鐘というかそう。あの音だよね。あの音。確実に。ちょっと戻るか。
I'm stressed.
Will you watch this?
No. There's too much suspense and everything. I can't.
Everything's dark. I like it.
I can't deal.
Oh shit.
いや閉めた閉めた。ちょっとさっき出る時さ閉めたよ。いや閉めてないでしょ。あれ閉めた閉めた閉めた閉めた。いやいや閉めてる閉めてる閉めてる。ちょっと一回閉めよう閉めよう。
I ask again, did you see it? Right after Tomo and Hiro enter the altar room and Tomo is closing the door, a pair of feet can be seen once again, but this time much closer. What makes the footage even creepier is that only moments earlier in the same spot, there was nothing there. Whatever is in the home with the two investigators seems to be following them. And then when they turn their back, the sliding door seems to open on its own. Hiro decides to do a solo
you know what's worse
investigation
about
in the
this?
altar room in the hopes of capturing any
Every time they were
paranormal
sliding the
activity.
doors open, you can
He
hear
sets up a
it.
static camera and then just sits in the dark and waits. After 30 minutes, nothing has happened. So Hiro gets a bit bored and decides to go check out another room. And this is when things get truly bizarre.
How are they not already?
No, I can't. I can't. Allow it. The camera ain't even focused.
ピントが待ったか。
It's because there's an entity about. Oh, allow all this panning.
Where is his boy now?
Oh, he done it alone, they said.
I can't.
You're gonna have a panic attack, innit?
Yep.
待ってなんで開いてんの？俺閉めたよな。
Listen to the doors. I don't like how he panned that.
I'm not even breathing. I keep holding my breath. Imagine how scared you must be. I'm scared and I'm watching. Imagine if you was actually there.
Would you think? Do you think you'd be scared?
Hero hears a
Do
sliding
you
door
think
move
you'd
on
be-
its own, and
you'd
he
be scared
discovers
enough
that the
to
door to the
leave the
altar
doors
room
open?
has once again mysteriously opened on its own. The investigator hears the bizarre ringing sound again, and when he turns around, he sees the creepy face of something staring back at him through the sliding door. Hiro gathers his courage and approaches the door. He opens it, and the face disappears into thin air. There's no one there. So did Hiro and Tomo capture paranormal evidence of a haunted home? Could it be the restless spirits of the family
Look
who
at the way it
mysteriously disappeared?
Into the background.
Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire video over on the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film. It stares back.
I'm fine with that. That was absolutely calm for me.
I'm fine.
I feel like you sound like it. No, I feel like there's logical explanations for all of that. Just a creep. Even the visual disappearing act.
But the feet weren't the same.
What do you mean?
One of them had trousers on and one of them had like a dress on.
Yeah, it's normal. Get changed. Can you sort your health out, and so we can continue the rest of this video?
We continue.
In a tiny town on the outskirts of Wagoner County, Oklahoma, Reddit user LiveItExcuse1640 and a friend are cruising down a deserted road in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere. They approach a long abandoned house that Reddit user LiveItExcuse1640 says has always seemed a bit creepy and has been sitting deserted for many years for unknown reasons. On a whim, he takes out a battery-operated spotlight and decides to shine it right into the windows of the abandoned house.
What nonsense are
The
we gonna
guys
see?
spot something downright chilling.
Can't say a goddamn thing.
Holy. Yo, go, 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 go.
On camera, the
Did you
friend
see
gets
that?
a pale, creepy face that seems to appear from nowhere, peeking back at them from the darkness inside the house. Even when hit by the bright spotlight, the white face appears to have no recognizable features. When they realize what they're looking at, the guys hit the gas and speed away from the abandoned house. Reddit user LiveItExcuse1640 says that he's visited the house before, and it appears that whoever used to live there left in a hurry. So what do you think this is? Is it something paranormal? Is it just a strange trick of the light? Or is there something in there? Let me know down below. Scary people.
I'm not
Now
ready.
this next video was sent to me privately by a Nuke's Top 5 viewer, but the source is unknown. All I know about the video is that a couple is out hiking through the Romanian woods when they spot something terrifying in the
I
distance.
said Eastern Europe.
One of the hikers
and
pulls out a
Asia.
phone and starts to record.
Mexico's either next or first.
何するわさびパーク動画のことは良くない
Can you see that?
E ladrão? E ladrão?
Mas ești cu telefonul ăsta și am pula mea că te vede că filmezi.
Bă, până morții, e ladrão?
Să uită, handicapatul vrea.
In the video, the two anonymous Romanian hikers wonder aloud whether, quote, they released it. I can only assume that they're referring to the strange pale figure in the video that looks like something right out of a nightmare. but I'm honestly not sure just what this is. Could it be something paranormal, a creature, or just a very bizarre
know why it's
looking
walking
person
like that.
clad all in white? I leave it up to you to decide.
That is a crack.
One bizarre day in Voronezh, Russia, a grandfather and his grandchild are enjoying a day out walking in the
Grade
fresh
A
air.
premium.
They decide to stroll down one particular city sidewalk, and it turns out to be one of the worst decisions of their lives. Now, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, let me point out beforehand that absolutely no one was hurt in this video, but it was very close. But what really makes this footage so terrifying is the fact that this was an intentional act. Turns out, a group of inebriated Russian teenagers found their way onto the roof of a tall apartment building. They then deliberately threw this large block of concrete off the roof with the intention to hurt someone terribly. Later in the footage, these same teens can be seen admiring the shattered pieces of concrete. Despite the video evidence, these teenagers were never caught. This footage just goes to show that sometimes people are much, much scarier than anything paranormal. Frank from the YouTube channel Franco TV goes on a very creepy exploration through an abandoned Grand Hotel in Montgomery, Alabama. Frank plans to perform a ghost hunt, but little does he know that the large building he is about to explore is now home to something much scarier than ghosts and apparitions. It turns out that a group of aggressive and dangerous homeless squatters have taken over the abandoned building. As Frank starts his ghost hunt, things soon take a very frightening turn.
I think Nuke's done with ghosts.
I totally just heard somebody. Holy crap. That's a homeless guy. I'm gonna get out of here for a second. Go, 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 go.
Why are you there?
Wherever Frank goes, he keeps running into potentially dangerous squatters and just barely avoids confrontation. Even though he's somewhat aware of the danger, Frank still continues to explore. But he has no idea just how close the angry squatters are watching him.
I'm literally looking for other locations here that I haven't recorded just yet, but because there's so many people here, I have to be extremely careful and cautious at what I do, because the last thing I need to do is get robbed, mugged, or anything. But this place is huge. There's like 4 buildings in one.
Oh my goodness! Did you see it?
Getting sounds of people.
Frank is distracted by unexplained sounds and is talking to his camera when he passes one of the hotel room windows. To his viewers' horror, a hooded man can be seen standing right at the window, just staring at Frank as he goes by. At the time, Frank is completely unaware of the danger he's in, so he just keeps on filming and exploring, with no idea of what he just encountered right next to him. Now obviously this is not one of Franco TV's usual paranormal videos. In fact, if anything, it might be even scarier. Watch this full crazy exploration over on the YouTube channel, Franco TV. Reaching out from
Mate, yeah. Nuke just showed us 3 videos of crackheads.
Grade A premium Wagyu crackheads.
That third one was scary though.
Yeah, that last one is a
It
bit...
was like, have you seen the game Outlast?
Have I seen what?
The game Outlast.
How long have you known me? Let me ask you. Have I seen the game Outlast?
You might have seen it. That's what I asked. Basically, like a journalist, and you break into like an old mental asylum, and you only have a camera, and you have to dodge all the
Crazies?
like patients. Yeah, because they obviously take over the asylum, and you have to dodge them all like that. That's what that reminded me of.
Oh my god. That was fantastic.
Oh,
Nothing.
what did you do?
No. Reaching out from behind. Stop looking at me.
Popular Chinese ghost hunter Xiaolong is exploring an allegedly haunted location in a small village on the outskirts of Xinjiang, China.
2 videos.
This time, Xiaolong is investigating a sprawling farm where a large extended family used to live. Locals claim that years ago they would often hear screaming and shouting coming from the farm. They say that the head of the family, an elderly man, had a very bad temper and was often cruel to his family. One by one, his children and grandchildren moved away from him to the big city. His family never returned, and eventually the old man passed away all alone inside his farmhouse. Xiaolong is recording a live stream as he explores the farm grounds all alone. At first, he finds strange talismans on and above many of the farmhouse doors, suggesting that someone has been there to try to ward off evil spirits that might haunt the property.
I think this is the guy that runs towards stuff when he sees it.
我是一直吓人了。牛鬼蛇神都退让了。你爸来了。
Told you, this is the guy that runs and boots down all the doors and everything.
How can a man say your daddy is here? I can't actually take man seriously.
我操你妈，这是符啊！我操他妈，这个符都落老长灰了。符，知道吧？哈密阿密摩咪摩，这没有。没有人气儿，这应该是做什么玩意儿？还有俩模特呢。
Come on, run at it then.
A large wooden board suddenly drops from the ceiling and barely misses Xiaolong. Now, this could just be a very strange coincidence caused by a loose board in a very decaying house. But what happens next is a lot harder to explain.
这有些线呢。
You know what's gonna happen. He's gonna get up and some.
操你妈！可千万别让探险的点着这帮王八犊子！我操你妈的！
Two windows fly open and the exit door slams shut. A little freaked out now, Xiaolong runs outside to calm himself down. Eventually, he gathers his courage and heads back inside. He soon finds a room cluttered with old furniture, personal belongings,
I do not
and
like this
boards from the caved-in ceiling. What happens next is downright
nah,
chilling.
I'm not about it at all. There's too many gaps. Oh my god. No, he's doing it on purpose. And there's a mirror. No, allow me. That's why he spun around. Oh my goodness gracious. It's Jigsaw.
A terrifying pale face can be seen watching Xiaolong from the other side of a window. When he checks it out and opens the window, he only finds a small clay pot right where the face appeared. But this was absolutely not just a simple optical illusion. You can see by comparing the pot and the face in the window.
You can't even see the clay pot.
This strange face turned into a pot. Now that might make no sense, but this will not be the last time we see a creepy, unexplained clay pot. So stay tuned. Xiaolong explains that he now feels something very sinister in this place. A little later into the investigation, and he finds something very creepy. Again, we see a clay pot. Now, I reached out to Xiaolong to ask him about these strange pots, especially this one sitting on top of a covered cellar door. He explained to me that in China, occasionally clay pots like these are used to store the ashes of the deceased. The red cloth underneath the pot is placed there to ward off evil spirits. But that doesn't stop our boy Xiaolong.
What, just a random ouch? What the fuck is happening?
我操！我操你妈！这是枪！我操你妈呀！
What or who is he
我他
talking
妈跟
to?
他妈的那啥是一样的呢？这底下还带个小布。哎。 哎，我操你妈！它好像动了呢！哎，
Is it smoking?
我去你妈的！
And he was definitely moving. I thought it was him.
No. No, 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 no.
Oh! Fuck is that?
I don't want to go down there.
我操你妈！干啥玩意儿？
I don't think that's the translation for that. Why is it moving?
我操你妈的！操你妈！我操你妈的！
He's gone again. Not inside. Did he fall over?
After taking a well-deserved break in his car, Xiaolong heads back in alone
No
one
way.
final time, intending to destroy what he now believes to be a cursed clay pot. It did not go well.
I want to know what the fuck was going on down there.
I didn't see anything.
What is that?
I can't tell what's going on.
Did you see it?
No.
Why is it? Bruv, this bad. That's a matter.
A pair of hands seem to reach
was gonna
right
say,
up
in
out
that
of the
hands.
ground, searching for something. The horrifying event is caught on live stream by Xiaolong, and his online viewers watch in terror. He finally makes a run for it and just gets out of there. So, is the abandoned creepy farm haunted by the malicious spirit of the old man who was left behind by his family? Let me know what you think. You can watch this and many more creepy videos of Xiaolong's investigations with English subtitles over on his YouTube channel, Outdoor Xiaolong. Disappearing Act.
I'm sorry, that guy is hilarious. Everywhere. And to everything. He went back 3 times.
Can we not have Asia, Mexico,
It's gonna be Mexico.
or the Middle Eastern Europe? That's the last one. Just a nice little finisher, just like.
Are you forgetting Saudi?
Oh look, boo, boo! It's a ghost. Haha.
I'm a ghost.
See you next time. Here's Twitter and Insta and everything, and then see you later.
Mexico or Saudi Arabia?
It's gonna be Mexico.
What, like the Saudi Arabian dons? Any fucking nah, bruv. It's either or.
Paranormal investigator Alberto from the YouTube channel Alberto Del Arco travels to a long-abandoned warehouse in Mexico. No explanation or idea what this location was used for, or why it's abandoned.
See, I didn't want to be stereotypical when I heard his name, but
illegal
Could have been Spain or
activities,
something.
such as hiding or disposing of the remains of the deceased. Some believe
Not
that
looking
this
forward to
dark
this.
activity might have left the warehouse extremely haunted, and most people prefer to stay far away from the creepy site. Those who have dared to explore the creepy location claim to have witnessed shadows, heard ear-piercing screams, and some even say that they have fled from the sound of footsteps that seem to be following them, getting closer and closer. Together with his 2 cameramen, Alberto Del Arco goes to investigate the alleged haunting. It doesn't take long before the guys begin to hear strange sounds and witness some very frightening activity.
Está muy raro, ahí hay otro tambo, hay mucha tierra. Entonces, esto ha ayudado para que también muchas personas... Hijo de su madre. ¿Qué fue, güey? Vino de allá arriba, ¿no? Ahí hay varios. Ay, me dolió todo. Me asusté. Pudiera haber gente, ¿eh? De pronto pudiera haber personas que se meten. Al parecer ya se han robado partes de este sitio. Se ve algunas zonas quemadas.
A heavy gas can slams to the ground as if thrown from somewhere nearby. But that's not the only creepy thing that happens in this clip. Did you see it?
no.
Right above Alberto's head, a dark shape can be seen quickly peeking out.
Peekaboo.
But when they go to check inside the room, there's no one there. Alberto and his team are completely unaware of what they've just captured. They continue their investigation of this strange warehouse, but as they explore inside, the cameraman captures something absolutely shocking.
Esto imagino que eran una especie de tinas o contenedores, ¿sabes? Y mira, ahí hay unos ductos. Pero, ¿qué tenían aquí? ¿De qué era esta fábrica? Lo curioso es que ya preguntamos con los vecinos y nadie sabe exactamente qué es lo que había en este lugar. La temperatura sigue bajando, 22.2 de 22.9. Sí, baja muy rápido, baja muy drástico. Atrás de ti.
Oh, like the store on the left.
¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fue? A ver, puede haber gente, ¿eh? Atrás de ti. ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fue?
Why is he sideways?
A ver, puede haber gente, ¿eh? Hola.
No
¿Lo tienes
mamas.
con tu cámara? ¿Lo tendrás con tu cámara? Hola. Pero...
Hola
¿está muy
chica,
alto, no?
¿cómo estás?
Digo, como para brincarle. Lo veo algo alto. Por allí hay escaleras, mira. Cuidado, Tony, ten cuidado, no te vas a caer.
As the camera turns down a hallway, what looks like a pale, creepy figure can be seen quickly darting out of sight. When the team hurries over to investigate, they discover just how high the area is above the ground.
How are they
For
not
something to
mentioning
have
that
been
it was
peeking around that
sideways?
corner, it would have had to be at least 7 or 8 feet tall. A little later into the investigation, and the three friends witness something else that is truly bizarre.
No entiendo. A ver, ¿hay alguien ahí parado, no? Allá, 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 allá. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? Allá, allá soy algo. A ver, allá. A ver, con cuidado. Con cuidado, con cuidado, con cuidado. Hay alguien allá. ¿Hola? ¿Hola? Buenas noches. Ok, yo no sé ni para dónde ir. Tú ve para allá, Tony, yo creo. Ten cuidado, Memo.
Well, whatever that thing was, it ain't there.
¿Ves algo, Tony? ¿Se salió? Güey, yo vi a alguien parado, ahí. Sí. Hay algo cerca.
Alberto and his team watch as someone seems to walk away from them. At first, they believe this is simply a stranger who is also exploring the factory. But when they reach the area where they saw the dark figure of a man, again, there's just no one there. Cut to a bit later, and one of Alberto's cameramen claims that he sees something move in the brush.
No entiendo, pero pareciera que hay algo aquí. Digo, tal vez... Es que no sabemos qué fue esto. Pero pudiera haber algún tipo de... ¿Qué, güey? ¿Qué? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Dónde? ¿Aquí? Pues a ver, alumbra un poquito para allá. ¿Viste algo? Cuidado, puede haber muchos animales.
Things just get more and more absurdly bizarre as a hand seems to reach out from the darkness and grab what appears to be either a cloth or an old paper. So, did the team capture evidence of paranormal activity at the mysterious warehouse? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can watch this full video and many more creepy investigations over on the YouTube channel, Alberto Del Arco. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter here, on Instagram there, and on TikTok right there. See you next week.
On TikTok now.
Don't know, shout man out still. Sideways.
Mexico. It's always Mexico.
It's alright. I don't know what was going on at the end though.
The first one was the worst one, I think.
What was it?
The Grudge House.
Oh, what, the feet everywhere.
That was basically the Grudge film, without anybody dying.
Do you see them die in the film?
Yeah.
I'm watching it.
Good luck.
I feel alright. I feel good. Don't want too bad. You know? I mean, I think, like you said, I think it's the shock value or the shock factor of how and where these things are. So, like, nothing will beat the creepy motherfucker in the middle of the toys, that one, and the face that was in the top right corner of the door frame.
Yeah, that's the worst face I think I've seen.
Oh, as in what it looks like.
Watching these, yeah, just where it was and how it looked.
But that's what I'm saying. But that was what was more creepy about that one, ducking around the corner. It wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, it reminds me of Scooby Doo. And then I think what it more does makes me feel like, where did these things come from? Like, as in the good entertainment, cartoons and shit, the animation.
From drunk people that see ghosts.
Oh, okay. That's better. Cool. I wanted you to go there, but you took your time. I want to make sure we find out how to say F your mother correctly in Eastern Asian. I'm not
Chinese.
I'm not sure what dialect it was. See, you're saying Chinese. It might not have been Chinese.
I think he was either in China or Hong Kong. I remember the map that came up, but I can't remember if he said he was in China or not.
So what language was he speaking? That's why it's until next time.
Japanese.
I ain't drinking Hennessy no more. Well, that depends what I'm on. Okay, I light, I'm on it right now. Looking for a bad bitch that's tryna bite down. Read 'em up, anything goes, you know. This where anything goes, you know.